A few moments later.
Being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. I'm watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. Yeah, I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame, but all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the 100th episode of the Indoor Farmer, guys. I'm having some mic problems, so guys, let me know in the comments how that is. and we'll get it going here. Monday night, guys, August 28th. My microphone wants to do this on me. Last second problems always, right, guys? Anyway, as you can see, we got our friend in the studio already. We're going to introduce him in a second here. Of course, we got Sir Steve-O with us.
Hey,
Steve-O,
what's up, everybody?
you the man.
100 episodes, Waylon. Hell yes.
Thanks,
and we
bro.
got a great musician here to help us celebrate for our 100th episode tonight.
Got Jimmy in the house already. Jimmy knows Wes. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Please, if you haven't yet already, hit those reacts. Share us out if you can, because we all know it's Russian roulette on the Foos books. So please give us a hand on that if you can. Tag some friends in here, like-minded individuals who think about these type of topics, right? Who might like music and might like to survive. And just those kind of people. That's it. Oh, no one else. We don't want to hear about those other people. Hi, Charlene. Thank you for that.
Hi,
Thank
Charlene.
you, guys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everyone coming in. Just a couple things of housekeeping. We had an awesome show last night. Had a great game night. Tons of prizes, tons of winners last night, guys. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. Map 3, we had the Hippie Holler on there. We had the 42710 family on there. Had a bunch of that Fire in the Hole added to that one too. So very good show on that one, guys. And yeah, we're gonna have a good show tonight. 100 episodes, man. That means it's been more than 100 weeks, because there's a few times where I skipped a few weeks in between episodes early on. But man, that's a lot of time I've been doing this. I like to think maybe I've learned something in that time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to talk about it today. Let's get into it here, guys. Let's introduce our guest first. Here it is. All right, that was Wes Stuffy, guys, with True Healthcare Wellness. You might see this back behind me all the time, going, "What is that? What is that shirt that he's got back there?" It's the only shirt, and I did try. I don't know if I told you this. I tried to put it on. Not happening. Not happening. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, it was a fun experience, but. Yeah, guys, our friend Wes, and actually, it's an interesting guest to have on, because he's not on the Facebook all day, and very rarely, really, he's out in real life doing real life stuff. And he's a lot more than even what we got him on here today for. No rhyme intended there, but I think I might just do this here. There we go. Can you hear us good? All right.
It's a little low.
Is that a pun or just kidding?
It still seems like it's a little low, but it'll work.
That's all right. Let me turn it up. It's as high up as it'll go.
That is a little better.
Okay. Anyway, so not only does he run True Healthcare Wellness, which is it would be limiting to call it a grow shop, honestly. I mean, it is a grow shop, but he's got a whole bunch of stuff. You guys have seen the reviews, so we've done a couple of them there. So he's got that whole thing, the small business thing. I'd love to talk to you about that all day, but this is like so much to talk about, so little time. But then we have the whole growing aspect, where he's actually got aquaponics in his grow shop set up, which is pretty cool. I like to see that. That thing was going crazy when I went there the other day. It was going insane. And then also he does pottery lessons. They make all kinds of cool stuff. They make bongs out of clay, and then those pot heads are badass. They're grow pots that have a face on them. Remember that, Steve-O? I don't know if you remember seeing that one. I did a small review on that. You can hear fine. Thanks, Ashley. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for stopping through. 22 people on the Facebook side, guys. We're live on Kick, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Steve-O, you don't have your Rumble up there in case you'd like to add it. No big deal.
Shit.
Well, thanks for coming, Wes.
There we go.
I know I'm full. I'm heavy-winded, or whatever you want to call it.
No worries. Thanks for having
man.
me, man.
Like episode 100, man. It's an honor for you to come through on this one.
Yeah.
I've been kind of holding this one in my pocket. I actually kind of imagined trying to get you on for this episode. So this works out great. And you're our second in studio guest. I really think if I can get better equipment and get that nailed down, Steve-O, I want to make that happen more often. Have a separate area for him, a separate camera, a different microphone and stuff. Eventually would be really cool.
Yeah,
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Michael? Michael, a new local subscriber, brand new local subscriber. Michael won 5 weeks of locals, or 5 months of locals membership yesterday on the game night. Kathy Schmidt, thanks for stopping by. I miss you.
Hey, Kathy.
Thanks for stopping through for sure. All right, let's play this video as we're talking because it's a good 20-something minutes. Oh wait, not that video.
Starts in 30 seconds though.
That video.
There it is.
That video. Okay, so people, I like to remind people this. What you're looking at me messing around with is like a play around with experimental station there. Like I'm not planning to grow commercially in that thing,
Right.
and it's a hodgepodge of used materials and repurposed materials and stuff. But it is fun to mess with to see what works and what things look like when they grow, just to get some knowledge. Here I am letting the rest drip into the potatoes. Maybe that's what did it. My potatoes are having trouble. I put that soil in there from last week. I played that video last week. I added soil in there, and they are just not enjoying themselves right now. They're a bunch of them went like soggy, and I just stuffed them under the dirt. Hello, Michelle. 100th episode. Thanks, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Poondogger, what's up, bro?
Is that a protocol to do that when they just to stuff them in there?
I don't know, but it's a root vegetable, so
Yeah.
I got to imagine that if there's any chance at all for them to come back, they'll do that underground,
Right.
Because I did try to prop some of them up instead, and as you can see in this video, it looks like they're still all right. But there's a whole bunch of them that are still going to grow. I mean, it's going to be a huge bin of potatoes when I'm done either way, I think. But a whole bunch. You know me, Steve-O. I hate to leave it no shrub behind. Like I sit here trying to grow stuff that looks like it's half dead. I'm like, let's try to get it back.
Well, you did have good success with your potatoes last year. They you had a decent sized harvest, I'd say probably, and your potatoes looked great, and they ranged in size and everything.
Yeah, they were good. I actually ate them, and I gave some away to my mom and my sister. And
didn't you have that one big one though?
I had a pretty good sized one. Yeah, I actually had a few good sized ones, but I did eat them all, cut them up. So the size doesn't really matter too much unless you're trying to do something like specific with potatoes, I guess, like fries or something.
Sure.
Cut them up anyway. I can't wait to ask. We're gonna get to you after we show off this stuff, and then you tell us what we're doing wrong, and then we'll ask you some questions, like if you ever grown things indoors, Oh yeah, so guys, my fan broke on me.
I do like that.
You see that?
I do.
So what I did was I tried to recreate that oscillating fan that I have over in the other room. You've seen it. Most of you guys have seen it. What's up, Dabs? What's up, Diane? Valerie, hello.
Hello.
But so you guys have seen that box fan that I have hanging up that spins on its own?
Yeah.
I tried to recreate that here, and that's what you see me doing. I'll skip a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't find a good spot to hold all this. I'm still holding on to these guys. I spent like $100 on materials thinking that we were going to play game night on dry erase boards. And then I ended up just making it a digital game. Like, wow. So I've sunk some money into this, guys. I hope you guys realize it's not just me begging for giveaways and stuff. Anyway, see that plant right there? That's a cannabis plant that I thought I would try to get to come back. It's like it's turning into more like a piece of wood there.
That challenge also.
But then it kind of attracts insects, it attracts pests and things when you do that kind of stuff.
Unhealthy plants will definitely do that.
Yeah. I'm using Prime Superior everywhere.
The reward of bringing something back and the success, and
it lives. Look at this new box fan. I got a couple new box fans, and there's like no handle to hang it from, so I had to figure it out.
No handle at all.
Nope. Well, there's a handle, but it's not like there's no hook. There's nothing. I'd have to hook through the. I tried a whole bunch of things through this process, but ended up.
It's working perfectly right now. I can see it.
It only works on 2 or 3. It won't work on 1. It'll basically stand still.
Not enough thrust.
Yep. And then this I would have done it just like this. I would have just left it alone, but I don't like how it points upward instead of downward. I wanted it to point at the potatoes. So I spent like another hour trying to get it to point downward, and then before I ended up just going to switch it out with another fan I had in another room with the right kind of handle that I like, the handle up top. So I did all this going, man, what else? Looking like I don't know, Elmer Fudd trying to hang this up, or maybe Mr. Magoo. I don't know. I can't think of a good.
Wile E. Coyote.
Distracted you. Yeah, Ashley, this is my first attempt. We tried this a couple times. I thought, you know what, I can recreate this because I have this going on in the other room that's dark right now. It works. It works just like that, but I wasn't happy with it. Now it points down though. I don't know why I wasn't happy with it. That doesn't seem bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. It's pointing up. It's still pointing up.
See, you've got the walls that are close enough all the way around so that if the fan speeds enough, it'll blow off the wall and actually push back and give it back pressure, and that's why it starts to move.
Yeah, I basically had to experiment to find out what it was that made it work before.
Yeah.
And I thought, since the other fan is actually really close to the wall, I thought maybe that's what it was. Guys, thanks for coming in tonight. Please hit that reaction and share us out if you could, because we really need that help. Not really able to do it myself, unfortunately. We'll get booted. What's up, Rumblers? Got 4 people on the Rumble watching. What's up, y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Heather. Heather, one of my locals members. Heather, do you want to get in on game night for locals? I need a couple more people for next week that haven't played yet. Yep. You'll be playing with Charlene, with Miss Britt, with Melanie, and with Leslie Cobb. We got 4 players lined up already out of the 6. Billy, what's up?
Yeah, we need 2 more locals members to sign up. Otherwise, sign up at theindoorfarmer.locals.com.
What do you mean, Billy? Is what's still going on right now? Hello, my peeps.
Heather says she'll play.
Okay.
You can either come up on. You have to come up on screen, or you can be audio only on screen, whichever you like.
Yeah, it's really best if you can come up on screen, Heather. I don't know if that's something that you're into, but audio only works out pretty well.
It's better if you can be video as well. That'd be great. Oh yeah, everybody! That was an exciting night, and I look forward to game night now. I think it's fun to give people things and give them good products from great sponsors. And, we should give a shout out to all the sponsors again, guys. We really appreciate you. Everybody watching that sponsors, we couldn't do this without you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, Ashley, it does. It's like eyeball. She said she likes my shirt.
Oh, that's the VIP shirt, right?
Oh no, the tie-dye one I'm wearing in the video.
Oh, in the video. Oh, okay.
Here I'm just like trying to see what happens after if I leave it alone, because a couple times I did it and it seemed like it wasn't going to start spinning back the other way, and I just have to leave it alone for a long enough period of time. That's all. It gets its own rhythm, and when I walk through there, it's not very convenient to walk through, but
idea. You move some air.
That's all I needed. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with autos. Just grow what you want to. That's what I say. Grow what you want to.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both would be. The show. Yeah, it's still going on, Billy. We're here, brother.
Yeah, this is
live. That's fine, brother. Yeah, we are live, everybody.
He couldn't tell because I didn't have the sign on.
All right, you got to turn the sign on.
Live on air now. Now we're broadcasting.
I like the sign though. I did want to tell you. I was going to tell you that it wasn't on, but figured you're a big boy. You could decide.
Hey, I don't. You guys probably can't haven't noticed and can't tell because I'm far away. But check out my Prime Superior hat that Jimmy Mead gave me, and it's one of the products that you can pick up at True Healthcare and Wellness. Waylon and I talk about it all the time. Waylon uses it. It's awesome. Just wanted to show that off and thank Jimmy for that.
I got Kim using it now. She's going to get a hold of some because she has a bit of a pest problem, and it'll take them out. They may come back, because you still have to do other work to your area and everything else. But man, they knock some shit out. I tell you what, I don't want to alarm everyone, but I had spider mites and they took them out.
Yeah,
Gone.
We saw it. Yeah.
I still have
we didn't see
treat
it.
it. Right. You have to treat. You have to continue to treat your plants with it. But other than that, it's good stuff.
See, for my indoor grow that I'm going to start, I'm going to actually inoculate this from seed. I'm going to just soak it and everything, and I'm going to do a real Prime Superior plant next, thanks to you, Wim.
Hey, Sarah.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you didn't. You're fine. Two people is a lot easier to deal with than 10, isn't it?
But Waylon, lately, people in the boxes has been a great success as far as filling those boxes.
Yeah, I've actually been happy with that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard to get people to share, and it's been pretty good lately. That's some hard topics too. So we like to try to hit like a lighter topic. Like last week we did comedy and pranks, and then we do like harder topics like all kinds of things between medical things and abuse and PTSD and all kinds of topics up and down the spectrum. So we try to go easy, light, light, heavy, light, heavy. I can never decide on the terms to use because I don't want to say an easy night versus a harder night because that's not right. Yeah. Anyway.
Hi, Sarah. Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
This light that you see in the video, guys, is Agro Bright made by Hydro Farm. I would hesitate to make sure that I get that right in my head. Hydro Farm is one of GrowFam, one of the sponsors of GrowFam, and they were nice enough to send us those lights for us to test and use. And so they're not.
Those are T5s, right?
T5, but 8 bulbs. For what I'm using it for, it's good to go. Like I don't need much else in that spot.
Yep. Especially your peppers, bro.
What's over there right now? Yeah, the peppers love this. They're loving the aquaponics water.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that table there behind that big table. I'm thinking of running buckets in a DWC system for peppers and doing hot peppers because I know people that would buy them. I gotta make a decision. There's plenty of ways I can go, guys. I have racks for microgreens. I could do potatoes, which I don't think I could do the volume of potatoes I would want. But let's be honest, I'll probably end up doing a little bit of all of them. That's probably.
You are the indoor farmer, man. If anybody can do it, you can.
What's up, Joe Kelly? I have plans outside too, man. I have some space that I think would be good for a nice herb garden or an above ground garden. Cucumbers. There are cucumbers in there, Tiffany. I don't know if that's what you're asking me or if you're asking if I have done them before. Because you're speaking to me a little bit like Yoda.
Cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. You did it great. I interrupted you a little.
Cucumbers into
You did it good, man. Oh yeah.
You have some. Are you asking for my cucumbers, Tiffany? I don't give those out to just anybody.
Yeah, no, that's like an OnlyFans thing.
Yeah, you got to join the locals for that. $2 a month, you guys. Probably want to join the pro for that video.
Yeah. He's got squash. He's got all kinds of things.
Nuts. Okay, so here I decided to just go with the right kind of fan, but I still wasn't happy with it.
You had to dial it in, didn't you?
I took away the hooks. I used hooks instead of just tying the twine to the fan. So I don't know why.
Did you try putting weight on either side or anything like that? Or
say again?
Did you try like putting a little weight on one side versus the other, or
I did. I moved the hook from one side to the other, and what I was worried about is if the cord needed to be nice and free, like if I thought maybe the cord had to be in a certain amount of free space to let the whole thing spin.
Oh, the slack on it, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Only fans, Ronnie. There's 2 fans in this scene here that you see. Only fan. Those are not my only fans, but they're the only ones you could see.
Yeah. What did you think we were talking about, Ronnie?
He gets a little dirty sometimes, but he has fun. I didn't want to be dirty when I started this whole thing. I was like, I want to grow food at table height in water only. I didn't want to be down on my knees in soil, And here I am in my basement, still getting down on my knees in the soil. So.
Well, some people have a hard time even, doing that. So
yeah,
having that option is definitely.
That's the end goal. Yeah, to set up a sort of a warehouse type. I don't know, like a manufacturing facility that everything's at table heights. You got the I Love Lucy instead of bonbons. There's like lettuce flying at her, and she's trying to box up the lettuce before it goes flying.
You could also invest in one of the tall oscillating fans that are on the stand.
I could, but that wouldn't be nearly as cool.
It doesn't blow as hard. Is that what you mean?
No, just not as cool.
Oh, not as cool. He says you wouldn't be fly like me doing it from the ceiling. Plus, those fans are $12. The other ones are more like $30.
The MacGyver aspect is priceless. Coming up.
Oh yeah, you should have him show you, Wes, what's holding up the other end of the fucking flood table. You should.
So this table here is basically leaning against the wall using it's stiff foam that the grow lights came in.
Mm-hmm.
Using your resources, reduce, reuse, recycle.
And the foam has a hollow space in the middle, so I used empty Planters Peanuts jars with the lids on it to give them stability, and put those inside there, and that's what's holding up. But literally, the whole thing isn't connected fully. Like those grow beds are just sitting on top. There's 2 of them, and it's a hodgepodge. But like I learned, like I've talked about before, this is a little bit almost like a recap episode too, right, Steve?
Yeah.
100 episodes, guys. So what I learned early on is that when you build a system, no matter how nice it is, no matter how much store-bought it is, engineered it is, you'll eventually have to tear it apart, rebuild it, clean it up, replace parts, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't
modify it to your needs.
Modify exactly, grow it, upgrade it. But in my head at first, I thought, build the system. But then I had to realize that it's a temporary thing. If you're building something indoors, and even outdoor farms, I mean, you can have the same plot of land, but you got to rebuild it every year. You got to do something with it, mend it, do something.
Wear and tear that it takes,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to upkeep.
You're using a IBC tote, which is, if you guys don't know, those are really large plastic bins that have a metal cage around them that a lot of chemical companies will use and stuff. And I've seen a bunch of systems done like that, where you cut off the top and like a foot or 2 maybe feet, and you use that top half as a grow bed, and the bottom half is your fish tank, basically.
Our buddy Aussie Dave designed that for us and installed that in the shop.
Billy, I got it. You're here to ask all the questions of the universe.
You ladies in the comments are on one tonight, aren't you?
Listen, Billy, if you can show me something cool that you made up like this, then I'll show you some. I'll respect you for it. Hey, what's up, Leslie Cobb? Leslie Cobb is playing game night next week.
Yeah. That's
I'm stoned again, he said. Well, Billy, listen, I get it. I get it. You came here to show us how stoned you are. I get it.
Leslie wants to know again what light. That's a Hydrofarm light, but what is the model again?
That's the Aqua Bright.
Aqua Bright.
Wait, now I'm second guessing myself. I think it is. Pretty sure it's Aqua Bright.
Agri Bright.
Dave, is that somebody you know?
I'm sorry.
He says he's been trying to get. Jimmy Mead says he's been trying to get with Dave, so he and I can get together.
Yeah. Well, he's the one that installed that aquaponics at the shop.
Oh, is that the same guy that you knew from Sunnyland?
Yeah, he watched the
Okay.
Sunnyland shop a couple times for a while there. He's from Australia, and he's got it figured out.
Yes, and you were worried that, well, you were telling me basically you may not talk to him anymore. So I'm glad that you still have the line
No,
on
we
him.
still talk. Yeah, we
Okay.
still talk. He's just,
He-
the Sunnyland shop was closer to his
Closer
house.
to him, yeah. It was me too. I should have got over there more while you were at it, but yeah, guys, he had 3 different shops. Now he still has 2 different
Two.
shops.
I only had 2. We
You
there was
had 3,
a couple,
didn't you?
but no.
Oh, I see.
A couple buddies, Jason Snook and Demas. They, they just borrowed the name, and
Sure.
we lean on each other. It's their stores. They're in charge of what they do there. We just wanted to strengthen numbers and be able to lean on each other, and if
Makes
we
sense.
needed things, we could purchase bigger orders, and then but yeah, I only had 2.
Yeah, no, that makes sense though. It's not quite a franchise situation, but it's
No.
more like a
I'm not
teaming
making
up.
any money off
Right.
of them. I'm just here. Take the name. Let's all be brothers.
Yeah, and that's fine because they're like, hey, we're True Healthcare Canton, and I'm True
Right.
Healthcare Peoria. It's like it's regional.
Leslie, those are T5 bulbs.
So, Leslie, you don't want to see what happens next. He says, "Are we doing
I thought that was
bondage
a
on the fans?"
Co-op hippie deal. My eyes are good. You're out. Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, right.
We all work together.
Yeah,
Lean on each other.
Yep, that's the way it should be. Waylon said something that stuck with me when I first met him. He said it on the live. He said, "A rising tide lifts all ships." I mean, I know he didn't invent it, the saying, but he said it that day, and that's always stuck with me, and I use it all the time.
look at this, man. The fan was going insane for a second while you were trying to say something serious. Let me go back for just a second.
Yeah, I was like, "What's so funny?" Oh shit!
Yeah. And I'm like, there was a point when I thought the cord got stuck in there, and it's like, I got to do something better than that. I tried a bunch of different ways with the cord, as you can see, and anyway, gonna come to the shop tomorrow, Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy,
wow.
we need to
What a
get you in
treat.
here. What a treat! He said.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to go too, but I'm strapped until the 1st.
You have to make sure you give me an ETA so I can make sure that I'm there.
Yeah, he's like catching a fart in a skillet.
Fart in a skillet. Jeez.
Well, maybe I mixed up 2 different phrases there.
Windstorm.
Windstorm. Being a fart in a skillet is like someone with a lot of energy. So like, Wayne and, type of person. Or, I can be that way sometimes. Yeah, only fans tonight, guys. This is going to be a drone. No, but hey, I need more airflow in this room, and I think it works out pretty well.
Yeah. Why not?
This is the close to final iteration here.
Yeah, I love seeing stuff like that. I love people using their ingenuity.
That's right.
Ingenuity.
That one.
Yeah. If I was Waylon, if someone gave me shit over my setup, I'd be like, "Hey, show me yours."
Right, guys. This came up to between me and a friend today, and I was like, it's kind of like how people somehow think I'm some kind of grow expert just because I do a show on growing. The show is because I am learning all this stuff, and I'm making a show about it as I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. It's not about, hey, here's the how-to guide. It's more like, hey, here's something I tried. Here's how I failed. Here's me moving on. Oh, this is a video I sent to Jay. Yeah, those are my potatoes. They're not looking so happy. They're like falling over. It was like instant limp potato suddenly. I don't know what happened. And then I saw a flyer or two, so I went ahead and sprayed them down with Prime Superior, which they hadn't had yet, so that could have been part of the issue. And then I got that tank there that's going to be bigger fish. I think I was explaining something to Jay when I took this video. But yeah, I got 3 of those racks, those black racks. I got 3 of them that I can line up, and I could do quite a bit of microgreens.
Yeah.
Just, I don't have a need for it yet, so there's no reason to grow a whole bunch and then just have it.
There's a fair amount of farm to table restaurants in the area.
I'm trying to get with them, yeah.
Ooh, let me pause that for a second.
When I was growing mushrooms, I was on a bi-weekly with some of them and supplied them with fresh blue oyster mushrooms.
Well, heck yeah, we should talk about that later for sure. Yeah, I got my ladies outside flowering pretty hard, aren't they? Look at those buds. I'm wondering, though, I think about this, taking the bugs that I see when I go out there and look at them. When I see good bugs, like take a bowl with me and just like collect them all up and bring them in the house. What do you think?
I don't think they're going to do what you want them to do.
No?
They're not ready yet.
Like the baby ladybugs?
Oh, the bugs.
Bugs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like if I'm looking around out there and I see some good bugs, just pop a few in my pocket or in my.
As long as you're making the right identification on which.
Yeah, well, I see a lot of baby ladybugs.
That's the whole thing about having your indoors to try not to.
Mm-hmm. Well, here my problem is with the dogs. I'm inside, I'm outside. Like I'm not going to be one of those people that takes a shower and changes every time I come down to my plants. It's just not going to be feasible, Changing them, Jimmy says, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got a koi fish. I have to move my koi pond. Oh, you got a koi pond, Leslie? That's cool. Dogs like weed too. Dabs.
Oh no, they don't.
They can eat the leaves and they can eat CBD, but I would not recommend giving animals THC. Yeah.
THC is toxic to animals. Absolutely.
We learned that on People in the Boxes, guys. Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. We did a whole episode on pets. Part of that episode was talking about whether THC is good for dogs and cats or whether you can actually get them high and stuff. And they say it's pretty toxic. It's that feeling that when you see the dog kind of look like he's high, it's because he's actually poisoned and not feeling good.
Yeah, they're actually fighting for their life is what they're doing from a poison. Yeah. Hey, Wayne, what's up, man? Yeah, Wayne agrees with us, too.
Dabs, you might have had some dogs that were tolerant to it, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not,
yeah.
So
let's move
be careful. They can get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my 3 ladies out here looking nice. Although there's a light. You guys see that garage? That light is on all night long. And I'm thinking of a couple things I could do. I might talk to my neighbors and see if I can either get a green bulb or cover the outside of it with some like green, not tape, but
a shade of some kind.
Something that's green, like a green piece of
Green
plastic
light
or whatever.
would be better because even if you're even if you're blocking it with a green film, you're still
not
getting
green light,
the right green.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to penetrate. But I mean, you're outside, so I mean, chances of cross pollinations are
Billy
higher anyway.
Says shoot it out. Get my wrist rocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say a BB gun is no match, for a light bulb.
Ashley says there are actually studies done on that because I've never read any study on cannabis poisoning on animals. Yeah, we read about it on People in the Boxes. There are instances of it happening too. Always more to the story. Actually, you might be right, but I would give you this. I would say this. Is the chances likely that your dog's just going to keel over if you give him cannabis? Probably not. But they did say that it's not actually getting them stoned. Oh wait, oh shit, I'm gonna do that. I meant to leave this picture up here for a second.
I just wouldn't take the chance. That's all.
Okay, right here. So
Nice.
I am an idiot, you guys. I waited until just before that, during that heat wave a couple days ago to do this. And all summer long, I've been going, man, my bill's gone up. My furnace can't keep up with the size of the house, trying to keep it cool. And this is a simple trick you can do to help your central air, if you have central air. Just covering it up, making sure that it has some shade. That was not easy at first to do, but because you had to worry about whether the fan was going to blow it right off or,
Sure.
rain and stuff. So I did give it some shade, and then I also used my my hose. I didn't think about this. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but the hose, you could just spray it right off.
Down.
Yeah, well, I cleaned all the fins
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
outside. They were all dirty and caked with stuff, so I
There you
didn't
go.
realize. So I'm hoping that it helped. We'll see. Those
Well-
are a couple of good ideas for you guys if you're out there having trouble with your AC.
Both of those things that you did were for that condenser. The condenser takes the refrigerant in the condenser and it turns it into a high pressure, so it's super hot and it's trying to radiate the heat. So your fins were clogged and you've got the sun beating down on it, and both things will lower that temperature and allow it to work better for you.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be enough just because my house is pretty big with a lot of old wooden windows. But let's hear some tunes, guys. Let's see. We got 25 people on the Facebook side still. Let's share it out, tag some friends in. We're gonna have some fun music here in a second, and your boy Wes from True Healthcare Wellness, right there. There's no and.
THC wellness.
THC, you guys get it? You guys get it?
Right on.
Wellness. All right, you guys. It's that time.
Actually, an old shirt.
Oh, you're wearing the one of the originals. Okay. Oh, I see. You had the W added. Okay. It's kind of like mine is WTIF. Looks kind of like WTF. All right. It's that time, you guys. He's playing with it. All right, man. Let's hear it. Let's jam out while I have a song.
All right. Well, usually I don't do solo stuff that often. I have the luxury of leaning on my brothers to still shine, and 4 other guys, so I don't have to fill so much air. But I wrote some songs. This is a song called "Walking Shoe." I'm played a little different than we usually play it. We're kind of a bluegrass, newgrass, folk Americana band, and we play this one. This is probably one of the fastest songs that we play when we play it, but I'm going to slow it down. Come on, Jimmy.
A little closer to the mic, Will.
Okay.
It's 8:05 in the morning sun, and I haven't got time. Wish that I wasn't on the run and everything is fine. Hope they don't say anything, I just want to stay. I'll just go to hell if they said anything, and I'm walking shoes. Sometimes I find myself walking on. Well, I wasted a line all afternoon, and I wish that I could go. And I can't decide if I sleep soon or what for me's in store. Might as well be a shooting star dancing on the moon. It can't be that far at all. I'm sure we'll get there soon. And walking shoes. And I'm trying not to step all over you. Sometimes, baby, without meaning to, yeah, I find myself walking on you. It's about time we're all out of line and everything is what to lose. I ain't gonna lie, gonna worry my mind on something that's easy to, yeah. It's about right, you're out of sight. Still don't know what I mean. Won't take these lies and finally realize there ain't nothing left in it for me. And I'm walking soon, and I'm trying not to step all over you. Sometimes, baby, without meaning to, yeah, I find myself walking on you. And I find myself on you. All right.
Nice. You sound great.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Now that jammed.
Mike still okay, Steve-O?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now that's the beautiful mandolin playing right there.
Oh, thank you. You don't usually get to hear that at that tempo. Usually the song. That's the tempo of the song when we play it.
Damn.
I saw them in concert once. It was
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for that, Wes. You got something else for us, man?
Yeah, I had a few songs. Here's a song. It's called Roller Coaster. Ever feel like you're in too deep, where there's no time for secrets, no time for the screen? What the hell have you got yourself into now? You're crawling up the wall, they are falling down, where the truth is you don't ever plan where to go. Keep on keeping on, ever you seem poor and never ever thought you'd be down a beaten path. Just don't ever think it is gonna last. She makes you feel like you're dying on a roller coaster of lies and denying. She makes you feel like you're dying. Well, the truth is, she likes to ride. Wouldn't have luck if it wasn't so bad, but those are the best memories that you ever had. And you lose the bets and you're too quick to draw. You think that you'd learn a lesson before too long. Well, the truth is, you don't ever plan where to go. Keep on keeping on, wherever you seem to go, and never ever thought you'd be down a beaten path. Just don't ever think it is gonna last. It makes you feel like you're dying on a roller coaster of lies and denying. She makes you feel like you're dying. Well, the truth is, she likes to ride. Doesn't take simpleton very thought to think that something is really bizarre. It's not refuge that she did desire. It's just an adventure that she did inquire. And the truth is, she don't ever plan where to go. Keeps on keeping on. Never she seems to go. And never ever thought she'd be down a beaten path. Just don't ever think it is gonna last. She makes you feel like you're dying. All of those road lies and denying. She makes you feel like you're dying. Well, the truth is, she likes to ride. She likes to ride. Yeah.
Everybody's loving both of those songs.
Right on.
Nice job.
Well, I like the second one. I like you.
We can't hear you now.
Can you hear us now?
There you go. Boom.
Can you hear us?
Great song. You're a little far away, Waylon, but we could hear him fine. Until he would really start jamming, and then it would cut out a little, but you can't help it, you know.
I can't help it.
I better not. I better be able to help it, dang it.
Awesome song, man. So you wrote that?
I wrote both of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Got a fair amount of songs. We don't always play them all, but
How long do you guys play usually for?
a typical night is about 4 hours. We'll do about 3 sets. So, and we do about a 90-minute set.
I don't know how you do it, man. My fingers fall off after half of the playing.
And we've also been known to, at festivals after we get done, go down by the campfire and pick for another till the sun comes up.
And I think I might have seen you or Jimmy back in Ellendorf days. The last day of festival, there would be like no official band, but there'd be like people from whoever wanted to play all in a big circle on the stage.
Yep.
It's kind of jamming.
All skate. Yeah.
But all right, well, let's give them a break there. Let's do the. Let's move on. You guys know what's next. Let me get my mic a little bit more manageable here. You guys know what time it
Be
is.
advised, the following content is rated S for certified.
That's right, everybody. Rated S for certified, and you are here at the certified segment on Monday night. The Indoor Farmer number 100. Everybody, let's give a big congratulations for that in the comments, guys. And we got Wes Duffy here tonight, guys, blessing us with this wonderful music. Like someone said earlier, it was Leslie. I felt like I was out on the bayou, he says. So, that was great. And that was really awesome playing. So I do have a quick video. If anybody has any questions, just jump right in. Let me bring this up here.
Thanks, guys, for all the compliments.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see another.
That little fucker is
Yeah,
trying to
let me turn off the sound. I was telling Kelly, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe those things are really still gonna bud. It was snapped in half, the plant, and all I did seriously is I just went stuck it right back in the dirt.
Continue to flower.
Yeah, I bet you I get an eighth off that thing, but it won't be no big deal. It'll be
Sweetest nugget you ever smoked. I bet you'll be like, this is so good.
Yeah,
You probably won't even want to smoke it. You'll be like,
right. Yep. But yeah, then the one lonely plant out of this year that was left, the other ones were boys. So what can I do? They're starting to get some long ass hairs on there though. So I'm hoping that the way it's stacking up on this upper side, you'll see it's starting to look pretty good. I just did a little bit of light pruning, of course, but check that out. I wanted to show you guys that looks like a bugs, don't you think? Bug bite?
Yeah, your lower leaves. That's what mine look like too. A couple spots, even on the big healthy plant. Like, what do you think? Insects?
Yeah. What do you think, Wes?
Well, they're flowering, so maybe they're just drawing nutrients from
Drawing nutrients from the big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look on? Did you look at the leaf underneath it? I mean, did you flip it over and
Yeah. Actually, I'll flip it over here in just a second in the video.
yellowing also? You're getting a lot.
There you go.
Sean thinks rips.
Missing some nitrogen.
Missed it.
Nice nitrogen. Yeah, you might just need a little. What are you feeding them? Wizard tea. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah. Wizard tea. Yep. Once a
At least
week.
we're still living. Wait, so Elisa May, are you sure? So did Joe have to chop all of his plants?
Oh, I didn't know that.
She said something about it, and I don't remember the details.
Shit. Joe, you didn't tell me.
And then we got Ronnie. Ronnie in the comments, just from commenting, she just got a restriction. It says restricted. Yeah.
Shit. Got a warning.
How I feel.
Kathy,
That's
you can find Still Shine.
Still shine. We'll
Yeah.
look it up. We'll look it up after the certified segment.
sure.
Oh wait, let's take his name down that way.
There you go.
Yeah, so she looks healthy. I'm just gonna continue letting her go. Give her a little water. I watered it yesterday, so it didn't need a lot of water. But
I love that little one, bro.
oh, the little gallon one.
You gotta call that one something like little engine that could. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a little 1 gallon watering can. It's pretty cool.
Not the can. I mean the plant.
Oh, the plant. Oh, okay.
The plant. Yeah.
It's stacking up there at the top. I'm gonna have a nice little cola with the time that's done there, I think. But yeah,
That's cool.
it's called Triple Homicide, guys. Just to remind you, it's from Misfit Genetics from Mike Hood. I told him I'd test out some seeds. Me and Wayne did. Both of us got 7 seeds, and both of us got all boys except for one. So
Ronnie thinks nitrogen is low. Jimmy's thinking hit it with some fresh soil and some more tea.
okay.
Mine are in the ground and they're still doing that a little bit, but I'm just letting nature do its thing. Get bugs to bite or nibble and move on. Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah. But yep, that's the girl. Pretty soon here though. Oh yeah, certified. Pretty soon here though, I'm going to be starting some seeds. I haven't decided what I'm going to grow, but the certified grow room is all set up and ready to go. And I'm going to decide what I'm going to pop here soon for the winter grow. I think I'm only going to do 2 hydro buckets and just grow 2 big plants. And maybe throw 2 autos in there with it. Maybe just to have fun with them, because they won't take up a lot of room. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to take it nice and easy. I'm not going to,
Well, I hate to say autos are easy, but since you have experience, I feel like autos would be pretty good, a little bit easier for you, Don't have to do much maintenance. Also, the size being smaller is helpful indoors. I think I always have the problem when I get too big, I end up not wanting to cut them down or anything. And I'm like, oh man. And now they're flowering, so I don't want to cut too much off of them.
Throw them on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple times that I underestimated the stretch, man, and I was a couple inches under the light, and it was starting to burn, So
See if I can find Still Shine.
I've learned my lesson there.
Could be two words.
Words.
Yep.
And some worm castings too, Jimmy. Okay.
There's one down there.
That's it.
Those two are in.
But unless anybody has any questions, that is your certified segment for the 100th episode.
Thanks, brother. I'm glad you got one redemption story, one that's gonna make it through fully. You know So I'm rooting for you at least to get some bud. And I actually, my indoor plants aren't looking the greatest as far as their coloring. So they're budding, but I know I might have given them too much nutrients. I'm not sure, but hey, let me.
You can actually, if you Google the Still Shine walk and shoe, there's an actual video of that, and there's the one that's Still Shine Let Her Go.
Oh,
That should be
on the YouTube.
It should be in here then. These are playlists. They should be. If I click it, then you think they're going to copyright claim me?
These are all our songs.
Okay. That's not in there, I guess. What were they called?
Like on YouTube, there's actual 2 videos.
That's where we're at.
That's YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
YouTube.
Try Still Shine walk and shoe. Yep. Shoe. There's
That one? That one.
they're both.
Is that a music video? All right, guys, we're going to play his whole band, the Still Shine song called Walk With You.
Maybe.
Why am I not seeing it? Oh, here it is. And I'm going to put us like that. There we go. It makes it slightly more likely that they'll let us pass, or it's likely that we get caught. You can hear that, Steve-O?
yes.
Who's that, Kenny? Thanks, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. Thank you.
That's cool, Leslie.
Right
Recognize that guy? Yes, I recognize him. Oh, he's looking dapper. He's looking dapper in there.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think Wes uses beard oil, Steve-O?
Well, I was going to ask him that because I can save him some money on the best beard oil on the market.
Yeah. Got a line?
Oh, yeah, Master Orochi beard oil. That's what gives you this beautiful thing right here.
It makes it grow like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a Still Shine over on YouTube, guys. Check them out. Harmonica, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only instrument I got. It's not real. It's not even a real one. It's no like.
Yeah, there you go.
Some have said I'm not bad.
Wow.
I hear different types of music being combined, you know. I definitely hear it. Like, I don't hear any rap in there.
Well, I mean,
Okay. Dad says she loves beards that smell good. I hear Steve-O smells really good. Man, I can't do anything like that with the harmonica. I love the face that someone has to make while playing it. You know, like they're making love to that harmonica.
Yeah,
See me
right.
doing it too. I'm over here just playing it like I got a piece of corn in front of me. Like it feels like.
Jimmy says you need to do gin and juice again, Wes.
Actually, I might have heard something where you did that, like a sort of a remix. Blue Magoo. Cheers, everybody. You're welcome to at any time after most. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I got married film when I came over. Like, your stuff's pretty good. Gonna have him back over this month. I'm not like that. I don't pressure anybody. Oh, because she probably saw the other. She's seen some of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I said that to her or anything.
No,
But she's probably taking a wild guess for sure.
right.
All right, that was awesome. So let's talk to you a little bit, Wes, about I don't know, like your grow knowledge and stuff. Or you have family that got you into it, or is it like a traditional type thing?
Well, I don't know. It was, used to just throw a seed out in the backyard and let it do its thing there for a while, and we didn't really, dive into it until a friend of mine got diagnosed with cancer, and we saw the benefits of how it helped her with not only the CBD and the THCA and turkey tail mushrooms. It's all reducing the cancer cells and
Turkey tail mushrooms.
Really well. Yeah.
That makes me want to go off on a side tangent. So anyway, let you finish.
No, I mean mushrooms are the two plant-based wellness. I believe that there's a plant that can help or heal, and a lot of it has to do with mindset also. But I mean, we are incredible creatures that can heal ourselves. This whole big pharma madness is really that's what I don't even want to get into that, but
hey, we get into it here. That's part of our
But that's what kind of sparked my interest in it, to trying to do that. And we went legal. It just made sense. I opened the shop, I just try all the stuff that comes in the shop so that I can help understand the questions that the other growers are coming in and asking. I wouldn't call myself a master grower. I'm still learning myself. I might be able to help you out, and I might not. So I mean, I do what I can. I really want to help people grow their own medicine and grow their own food. I think it's very important. It's a very I think it's the way of the future of us being able to control what we eat. That's what's going to make us healthy in the long run. I mean, instead of allowing other people to grow stuff for us that we don't know how they're growing it, we don't know what they're putting in it, and the modified stuff that's making us sick, is get control of that.
People don't think of it. It's almost a cliche now where we think of it as food, like, oh, we don't know where our food's coming from. We know our food's unhealthy, but a lot less people think of that with medicine. You don't know where the medicine's coming from. You don't know where that bill's being made from, whatever it is. So very similarly down the same path, like you knowing where it comes from firsthand from you or from someone or whatever, those are better methods. And I appreciate that.
I just watched a show. I think it was on Netflix. It was on opioids, and like the madness of that is just ridiculous. And I mean, I know all of the other, everything that goes through that FDA. It's just a joke sometimes. It's
Oh yeah, it's all red tape, and it's like if you dot the right T's and cross the right I's, you're good to go.
and line the right pockets.
Yep. Joe Kelly is asking how if you're. I mean, I guess without any details, is the store doing well business wise? I guess in this economy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I mean, there was definitely a bigger boost
Hurdle.
there, right there when the first went legal. Everybody came out and wanted to grow, and I think now what we're seeing is everyone, some new growers are always, there's always going to be new growers. There's always going to be, people needing stuff, and, people that are our biggest, competitor is probably the internet, I mean, but, if I don't see Amazon troubleshooting any grows for anybody.
Mm-mm. No. So that's why you diversifying makes sense. Like, the only thing that I find funny is that you're not on Facebook that much, but you probably just don't have that much the time or the draw to it. I'll be honest. I've talked about it before, but I hated Facebook. I didn't get on this stuff at all. I thought so many sort of like it just rots your brain and all these sort of things. Like it's just bad for you in general. But then I decided that we need to put more good, more content out there that's worth making, which is talking about these issues we're talking about. So it's something where it's like a double-edged sword, I guess. Maybe we use the tools that it provides, as long as we can keep our sanity in the social media, right?
Yeah, it can definitely cripple you if you buy into it. The hype, the flexing, the all of the
the numbers,
the negative stuff that goes on is just poison. If you take yourself away from that kind of stuff, then
it's hard. And you guys and a lot of our core fans are here right now, and you guys know that sometimes it's hard for me. Sometimes I'll make a comment about it here and there, but I'm for the most part try to not let it bother me. But I'm a numbers guy. You know what? Hey, Steve-O, I haven't brought this up yet, but I thought about the other day, and I thought, I'm so analytical, which is one reason why I'm nonstop looking at what's all the different numbers and the analytics, and it's something that it takes my attention, But not only that, but I was a gamer. I played video games for many years. And then what are you doing? You're leveling up. You're looking at your stats, your score, like it's nonstop. So for that to be translate over to Facebook is too easy. So I have to constantly remind myself that it's not a big deal. But it's super good way to level. And
yeah, there's definitely positive. We
The mic's going out.
reach out, find some people that we may not have been able to reach out and find through Facebook. So it's a good tool.
is it static?
Used
Steve-O?
properly.
That's better.
Sorry.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah, a lot of people think that's all I obsess over, but it's that and more. It's like all of it. Just the fact that we feel like Facebook is limiting our reach and stuff like that. So I'd go out to the places and nearby small business and do the reviews and the events and stuff. And
Yeah,
so
we appreciate
it's a good
that.
way to network and to try to get to know people in the community and stuff. So
Yeah.
what
And
we'd like.
Oh, sorry. Good.
I was say Steve and I'd like to have a booth at one of these events at some point. Once we get our ducks in a row. I don't have all the stuff to do a booth, but yeah, we're gonna get there. There's so many too. We'd have to schedule them and things like that. But he lives in Illinois too. But he's about, what are you, Steve-O? A couple 3-4 hours away.
I think it was about 4 hours roughly, let's say, give or take. But I'm right on the border of Wisconsin. I'm about 10 minutes. I can be in Wisconsin by Lake Geneva, if anyone's ever heard of Lake Geneva. But yeah, so about 4 hours, I'd say. But it's not really that bad.
As soon as you say Wisconsin, I can hear it.
Yeah. See, I grew up in the South, and I used to have a Southern accent, and I got rid of it totally. Everybody made fun of me when I got here with it, so I totally got rid of it. So once in a while, you might, huh?
Can you just like relax back into it real quick?
I don't think so. I think I'd force it a little bit. You know what I mean? But,
So Tim, like Al Borland for a second.
yeah, I wouldn't want to seem like it would be silly, but yeah, I'm sure I could go back into it if I needed to.
Hey,
If I was down, if I went home, like if I went back home and I was there for a little while, I'm sure I'd be fixing to do this and fixing to do that again, and I'd be blessing your heart all the time instead of I'd be saying shit like that.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Jimmy said he's got the stuff. We'd have to talk about it, Jimmy, for sure. We could do a. Because what I'd like to do, I mean, I could definitely rep THC as well, but I want to set up a little bit of a podcast. With my laptop, we could go live, sitting there, and then we could tag team it and get people behind the camera that want to. Anybody that's wanting to, shout themselves out, and then one of us go out and check out the booths and stuff, and that would be cool. Eventually, sell my microgreens as a snack at the event.
Yeah.
That's my idea. But we'll get there. But yeah, it's been so you saw some of what I got going on over here. We're gonna pick your brain here on Steve-O and I's grows first, and then I have a garage, and I was thinking I keep tossing around the idea of making that my grow space.
Yeah.
But then I would need to buy
insulated.
No, but it's brand new, so it's the newer building, and it's it's a nice.
I mean, it's still an outside building.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to time it right at the right. I mean, midsummer it's gonna be too hot. Fall winter it's gonna be too cold. Unless you have a climate, able to control the climate in there. An outdoor building
Maybe I'll
like
grow
that.
into it, yeah. Like, I was just thinking a space heater and an air conditioner, but I guess you probably need more than that, wouldn't you?
I mean, unless you, maybe if we have a light winter, maybe germinate and start your seeds in, January or something like that under a nice light and a heater. And, as it comes into spring, you're going into flower. So then it's not such a, hot temperatures out there in the.
That would be my biggest issue is temperature control. But indoors, if I'm finding that a farm indoors in my living space is different than a farm just indoors. Like a building that's a farm is different than your house that's a farm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would, like it's like having a greenhouse, but if it's a garage, your ventilation is probably pretty limited.
True.
As far as the greenhouse goes, you can, open up a lot of air, windows and fans, and run a lot of, you got the sun to help you with lighting.
I'd love to make a greenhouse. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
One
I
day.
think they're pretty cool.
So when I was asking you about growing, you were talking medicine, but did you first start growing food at all? Or was that like a later thing?
I was growing food first. And then
Okay.
I was growing, I had a aquaponic DWC system in my basement, growing, tomatoes,
Wow.
zucchini, cucumbers, peppers. And then that's kind of what, then I started getting into the mushrooms, and then that just kind of took over. Then I started just doing all the I had over 100 plus 5-gallon buckets of
All mushrooms.
mushrooms in my basement, and I took a whole room and kill roomed it out with plastic and misted it everything, and had a hose in there,
Had
and
it all set up.
just like I had 4 5-gallon buckets stacked on each other like and so I had all these rows and with drilled holes in it, and they would fruit
in the
every
bucket.
week.
Okay.
I'd get several pounds of stuff, and that's when I started. Like, this is
Farmers markets. Is that what you?
No, I took them to the.
You said
I took them to the higher end restaurants like PV2 and up in the Heights, Hearth. I did also what's the other one that's right down the street? But yeah, I just went to I did. There's a restaurant, table 22, I think there is down there, and table 19.
I need
or
to make a
something like
list
that.
of these because there's only one of them I knew. I can't think of it off the top
I
of my
was
head.
really surprised, to be honest with you, that there's some restaurants in the area that claim to be farm to table that I addressed, and
that aren't really.
they just didn't entertain it. And I was like, I mean, you can't get any fresher than
Right. What I found is that they have a contract with some farm that's quote local, like whatever, 100 miles away, and that's all they can get stuff from.
I think the dreadlocks
stuff like
probably
that.
Hindered my believability.
Yeah. They're like,
Oh, another
But
hippie growing
you
mushroom.
forgot to tuck your hair up under your head
Yeah.
and go in. Steve-O's had to do that, right?
Yeah.
Could you even do that right now, Steve-O, and actually make your hair disappear on top?
Probably could, but my hat would be sitting kind of way up here, because I'd have to really shove it in there. But yeah.
So how long have you been growing? That's what I mean, like food or anything. Period.
Oh shoot, I don't.
A kid or
No, I didn't. It was probably. I don't know. I put that together in maybe 2010, maybe before that, maybe.
just
in my
sensing
basement?
that you want to start growing some of your own food. What made you think of doing it in the basement? Some of the same reasons. I wonder if
I wanted to. Well, because I wanted to watch it grow.
Oh, that too. Okay.
I was going to sit
It
down there
wasn't
in my
like a-
office with my makeshift. It's just a basement
Sure.
with a desk and my computer, and I set it all up, and I had my mandolins hanging from the
So,
ceiling, and
yeah, it's like a
and I
hobby
just wanted to
almost.
sit there and watch them grow. And there were a few times where I was
You were
like,
able to see
"Ooh,
it happen?
shit."
Oh wow.
And you're just like, yeah, you want to see it grow, but you actually see it grow. It was pretty cool.
That's funny because my reasoning is like all year long. I think, well, I want to have something growing all year long, so why not do it inside?
Yeah.
I want to grow stuff outside too, but I don't have much space here. My sunlight is terrible.
Well, I think doing both. There's some things that are not going to thrive very good inside. They will do,
Yeah.
and some things that you can just leave alone and let go outside and
Mhm.
harvest it when it's ready.
Cucumbers is a
You
big
know?
one, man. I'd love to have some cucumbers. I have some in the aquaponics system right now, but they're hard indoors. They're going to want to vine like crazy. Last time that's why I had that trellis on the ceiling. I had them vining up there.
Yeah.
I was watching it grow. I thought that was fun, but it wasn't going to get me a cucumber that way.
Yeah.
I need to
Well,
keep
and
it.
then you got to have the right lighting. For with the just like cannabis. Sometimes that's not gonna flower
Not
out.
enough, right?
It's not gonna take it to the end. Or it's not gonna
Well, I've
have
had peppers grow, so I know that. I know I can do that. And that was in lesser light than I got now. Yuck. What do you mean, Joe? The peppers?
I think you just swallowed some resin.
Oh no, not Steve. Oh, Joe here says, yeah. Joe, I like your new picture. Looks like you're looking through the hole. Is there fire inside it? You all right, Steve-O? Did you eat your bowl or something? Cucumbers. Oh, you don't like cucumbers, Joe? Come on, Joe. You slather that bad boy up. Throw a Trojan on it, Joe. Come on.
Cucumbers, onions, and tomatoes, and some vinegar and some water and a little bit of sugars, salt and peppers.
The root vegetables, man. I really like those root vegetables. They're super easy so far indoors. Carrots are almost like a cut and come again. I got them in this little tray up there on the aquaponics system, and I cut it down, keep watering it, and then I'm eating them as microgreens.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it just sort of keeps growing back. It's kind of cool. I burp them up all night. Cucumbers, Joe? Man, I like cucumbers in like some vinegar and onion, like soaking them, in that water or whatever.
Yep.
You ever go mushroom hunting?
A little bit. I've done a little bit of it. There's so many different mushrooms out there, different species of fungus that it's it's fun to go look at them and watch. And there's some that I've
Identify them?
harvested. Yeah, but like I love hen of the woods. The maitake is probably my favorite mushroom.
What's it
and
called?
It's a maitake.
Maitake. Okay, not shiitakes.
No, maitake's good, and those are fun to find. I mean, in the fall, right after a rain, and then it kind of heats up really, with a lot of humidity. You can find them, and sometimes you can harvest them. You only need one, and it'll last you.
You regrow with it, or you just it's just very meaty. You're saying?
Yeah, they're just real. Yeah, I just love the taste of them. Saute them with a little bit of butter, garlic, and some onions, and you can throw them in anything. Pizza, omelets, spaghetti
On the grill with some other veggies,
with Philly steak.
butter.
I mean, everything. You can throw them. Those are blue oyster mushrooms. I mean, blue oyster mushrooms. Another one of the reasons why I like those. They're a hardy mushroom, so it's hard for like when they get another fungus or something back. They overtake it. They fight it over, so then they grow out. But they fight cancer cells. They regulate your digestive system. And it's just I mean, all the mushrooms do have a lot of medicinal attributes. Different ones target different areas. Cordyceps, the brain, the lion's mane will help with the neurological rebuilding of brain cells and defending against Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And cordyceps are the cardiovascular mushroom. Turkey tail is more of a intestinal mushroom. But I mean, they'll all. The thing about mushrooms is they're so smart. They go in and they find out what the heck's wrong, and then they go to those areas and kind of help it out. It's not a medicine. It just runs through your body, and you end up peeing it out.
It's almost like smart digestion, or it's like it's assisting the digestion process by going to right where it needs to be.
It communicates with us.
It's repairing is what it's doing instead of just medicating. It's repairing, right?
Reishi mushrooms are great also. Reishi mushrooms have a shit ton of medicinal attributes, and chaga is another really powerhouse. And all those mushrooms are all. Jimmy takes lion's mane.
I take it every day. Lion's mane I take. Yep.
Here's my question: do they make a supplement that just combines all of those?
Yes, they do.
That's what I want.
There's Paul Stamus, who's like he's
Paul Stamus.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like a godfather of mushrooms. He's pretty cool that he's still alive. And
Night Leslie.
he's got a lot of patents on a lot of different species of mushrooms, which is like how do you do
Patent on
that?
species of
Yeah,
mushroom.
but he's got a multi vitamin, of mushrooms, like 17 different powerhouse mushrooms packed into one pill that you would take like on a daily basis. Or he's got another one that's like got 7 powerhouse mushrooms in it. And I mean, putting that in your daily regimen is gonna definitely help with your health.
I always thought that. I'm like, why not just combine all those two? Because I'm not going to remember all of them. There's also some of these supplements for greens that you can find, like a powdery green stuff that you can put in a drink or whatever, and it's got 25 of your daily.
Well, the microgreens are packed full of all kinds of really good vitamins and stuff for you. I mean,
think they would go over
when
as a
they
snack?
grow that stage is like that's when it's like.
I don't know what stage they are. Like, it's tough for me. Like they end up growing too long, or too big, and I'm like, well, it's
Then
gonna
harvest them sooner.
yeah, but then I know that I'm thinking I harvest them too soon, because they say, well, you got to let them grow like a week or 10 days or something. I agree with the sweet peas. The sweet peas are awesome.
Yeah,
Those are so good, and the sunflowers are really good.
sunflowers are really good. Yeah, radishes.
If you were at a restaurant, it would not be an odd question to ask the waiter or waitress, or the server, I should say server, sorry, the server, what microgreens do you have today? That wouldn't be weird then, would it?
No,
They may not have
They may
any
not
or
have
know
them,
about them.
depending
but-
on-
Maybe they.
Or what I would say is, do you get anything locally sourced, and then ask them, if they get microgreens.
because I'm thinking ahead, because Waylon, I learned from you watching you in person at restaurants, things of that sort, that we've been together at, go to owners and ask them those types of questions and stuff. And I'm thinking about doing that more so that I could get more, review show stuff,
Yeah, and you don't do it expecting a yes right away. You do it just kind of getting your feet wet, talking to owners and stuff.
So
Just
that
getting-
wouldn't be weird. It's not like I'm checking on them, right? I'm just asking a puff question in some way, right?
Shouldn't be weird at all. No,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be
Right.
weird at all.
No. I actually found a couple places nearby that have something to do with like veteran or soldier or like patriot something. There's 2 different places I went to, and I thought it would be veteran owned and operated, and nope, it wasn't. And they didn't even give a discount to veterans. Like,
Oh no, not even a discount.
so they're just trying to look like they're, I don't know, patriotic or something, and then they didn't get locally sourced produce or anything. It was like, wow, all right, I'm out of here. That like mission.
Yeah. Ashley, let's bring that comment up. That's awesome. Exactly what you guys talking about. Let's remember, if you're not growing it yourself, you're also missing out on a lot of key nutrients and minerals because they pick things way before they're actually ripe. Yeah, they ripen on the truck on the way to the supermarket and on the vine. And yeah, it's true. Because wasn't it you, Ashley, that taught us that versus like 1940 or something, it was we have to eat like 25 salads or something compared to 1 now because of all the nutrients that we don't get anymore from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Waylon?
I think so, something like that. Ashley does. She uses these grow towers that are hydroponics.
Yeah.
And it's a vertical tower that's all encompassed inside this, the base in the bottom, and you can
Vertical
move it
gardening, yeah.
one side. And the company she works for sells those.
Yeah, I see. Joe says something about watching Paul talk about saving his mom with she had cancer. She had breast cancer, and he started implementing the turkey tail into her diet, and they got rid of the cancer.
See, I keep hearing things like this. Jimmy has sent me videos of things just like that. Where it's been like reishi mushrooms. I have a bottle right here, and it's like in a powder. It came free with a magical butter machine, and it's a powder. And I just put that 1 teaspoon in with my coffee. I slightly notice the taste, but it doesn't bother me. But reishi's good for immune system support, isn't that right, Wes?
It is. In fact, in Asian cultures, they would give a piece of the reishi mushroom to the person that they were trying to court to share with them, want to help them be like, hey, I want to share the rest of my life with you, and I want us both to be healthy. And so they would use that as a gesture of longevity.
Shit, I feel like that makes more sense than a ring. Good night, Michelle.
Now
Thanks for
that's
hanging out.
something I'm going to put in my memory banks, and I'm going to repeat that, and so I can seem like I know something.
Have a good night, Dad.
I like to spread, good information. You know what I mean? And I try to lock it in my brain so that I can help spread the word. Because I know that so far the Lion's Mane, I actually just started. It's been about 10 days, and I feel like I'm getting more able to make my thoughts go to my mouth quicker. You know what I mean? Which might be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Ask Waylon, is that a bad thing, Waylon?
Well, the mind itself, I mean, we're capable of doing a lot of healing without anything as well. I mean, our bodies are amazing, as it is. If we have the right mindset, we can turn a lot of stuff around for ourselves that way as well.
Jimmy Mead said that after his stroke, he started Lion's Mane treatment, and he swears that it is very much responsible for his recovery to where he is today. And by the way, Jimmy, I'm proud of you, man. You're kicking ass still today, bro. Showing us all what's up. I'm so proud of you. Sorry, just
No, man, I
love
agree.
the guy, man. Fucking love him.
Actually, I didn't know you grew lion's mane. That's awesome, though. You're making your own tincture.
Mm.
No, I totally agree. So what do you think? See if you want to play one more. Want to play again before you get out of here? I don't want to
Sure.
keep you too long.
Sweet.
But if we get one more, it'd be cool. Then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Duffy.
And he's having, guys, his voice, man, he's got like a frog in his throat or something, man. So I feel bad, but he's sounding good. Don't he sound good, Steve-O?
He sounds awesome, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is a song I don't get to play very often, but it means a lot to me. It's a song that I'd always, I've been playing in bands since '91, so it's like, and then I have 5 kids, so and
What? Excuse me, now we ask more
we would we would do this little thing, hold me tight, and so this is called this is a song called The Moment. Going down south, go to Santa Fe. Roll through Austin on my way. It feels like a lifetime, though it hadn't been that long. And I can't wait to get you into my arms. And when I get you into my arms, I want to take a minute of this moment and hold you tight. Going on the road again, you know that I can't stay. I don't know where to begin, don't know what to say. You know I hate the pain that I put you through. And the look in your eyes just before I do. And just before I do, I want to take a minute of this moment and hold you tight. I want to take a minute for that moment to pass us by. Pack your bag, won't you come with me? There's so many things I want you to see. I know it's hard to leave past the time. In front of us, journey, and behind us all the time. And you know it's only time. I want to take a minute of this moment and hold you tight. Because it only takes a minute for that moment to pass us by. I want to take a minute for that moment and hold you tight. Because it only takes a minute for that moment to pass us by.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, man. Dang. I don't usually sit and sway, bro, but I kind of swayed. I was swaying a little. Nice job, man. Dang.
Thank you for letting me play that. I don't get to play that out very often. So.
We are blessed to have you tonight, bro.
I don't mind at all. That one's felt passionate.
You got to do something with the mic. It's crackling now. Can't hear you.
I break the mic.
Nothing. Here.
Testing.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're good.
What's the favorite thing you ever grew besides cannabis? I saw him do like a cool bonsai cannabis. You remember that picture, Steve?
Yeah,
He did this like loop.
That was him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I think the mushrooms is probably the coolest thing.
I could tell you were, and I need to add that to the list of the man's like credentials. Like, I grower, but then I didn't think of how into mushrooms you were until now. Like, I learned something for sure about you because I saw that you have a couple of brands of stuff in your shop, and I guess you don't have the time to do it as much yourself anymore because it's hard to keep up with.
Well, and then we started bagging our own mushrooms for to sell them as the CO2.
Oh, I
and
see.
you can put those in your plants. I mean, the versatility of those mushrooms and what they do for us and other plants and everything is just amazing. I guess that's probably why I enjoyed growing that. Plus, it is super easy to do.
Yeah. Well, besides the materials to combine, keeping the area clean is like I think the biggest thing.
That is
would be
and that's one of the reasons why I leaned more towards the
Hardier
blue
stuff,
oyster,
right.
hardier mushroom that can take that beating and still take it over. I mean,
Mhm.
I tried the lion's manes and I've done the rishis and the cordyceps and all that stuff, and I've grown some rishis, but not like the big.
I know what it looks like in my head. I can't even imagine the reishi.
I've had the most success with the blue oyster mushrooms, lion's mane. It's just I don't know. I got buddies that have fantastic luck, but it is about being sterile and having a good environment.
Right,
I like
that's the hard
easy.
thing.
I'm a simple man, so if it just doesn't, if I have so many things going on. So if I can't just attend to it when I'm
makes sense.
here and then I can't.
Yeah.
Do you know about truffles? How they're underground? I
The
wonder if
underground,
anybody
yeah.
can grow those like indoors or at their house, like on purpose.
I don't know. I think
That's
those
tough.
are
That's
probably
a
tough.
high
I think those are over a period of years and time. I did hear that they were
pigs to
training
find them.
dogs to smell
Oh,
those.
really?
Well,
I thought it was
those-
pigs.
those-
Was it?
pigs. They got pigs that do that shit.
But then the other mushroom is the morels, different kind of
Morel.
morels.
Yeah,
They can be grown, but I guess it's really expensive if you do
it can be grown. I've to be honest with you, I really don't like
It's hard. I know.
morels. I think that
Not a
the
fan?
hype of morels,
Very salty if you
it's
do
just
it.
because I think it's the only mushroom that everyone can identify. So then they can go out and hunt it and find it, and then they're like, "Yay!"
So that's
I
why
love
you
this
don't like
mushroom.
it, 'cause
That might be
everyone
why.
knows it.
But
You're like,
I think
It's just all hype, guys. And no, I'm just kidding. But I like my mushrooms in capsules because I don't like to eat them at all. So none of that for me, man. I'd rather grind them
that
up.
earthy, and that's what I like about the maitakis is like it doesn't have that real earthy fungus kind of. Ugh. I mean, I'm not a big fungus like tasting guy either, but when you start looking at the like attributes and what you're actually putting in your body and the benefits that you can get out of putting those in your body, you start overlooking
your
like,
mind starts thinking about it differently. Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
we can try this.
Mhm.
Kind of like with cannabis. Like if I'm sick and I know it's going to be rough trying to take a puff, no rhyme intended. My brain's still going, that's going to make you feel better anyway. Try to get it done. I don't know if that's a good analogy.
Well, I got to say that, because of that, I'm thankful that edibles are more readily available because, I find myself, taking edibles way more. I mean, I love the taste of it, smoking it. I love, smoking it, but when I sing and it messes my throat up, and during certain times of the year, it just gives me an upper respiratory infection, and then it's just a mess, and then I'm coughing till I get a nosebleed, and it's just like that's not fun.
Do you do concentrates at all?
I don't. They rip my head off, man. I do the edibles. So it pretty much is where I'm at, and then I'll take a hit, here and there, just because I really like the taste of it. The green hit usually is.
Yeah. I like the taste of the dabs. That's why I got into it. Like the taste difference. It's not a burning taste of a burning plant versus a concentrate.
Yeah.
Steve wasn't into the dabs for a long time, but now he's starting to change.
I've been converted, man.
Trying to make it too easy.
I do like the vapor, doing that helps with the throat issue a little bit, but I still just really like burning the flower and that
me too.
that taste.
What about a bong versus what a joint is? What you probably go for?
I haven't done a bong in a long time.
I always point out though, you can do a tiny hit on a bong, but a bong has that water filtration, whereas a joint.
Yeah,
does not
absolutely.
have it.
Yeah.
And
No, you're right.
I get intimidated by looking at them like, man, I can't do that.
See, I cough off of a late bong hit when it has all that air in there with it, and then I clear it and it has all that air. It'll make me cough that way. I'd rather have just a bong rip. But I'm not into bongs much either. I was when I was young, man. It was do bongs.
Yeah, how long you can rip it out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
you can.
anymore. There's nothing like a big fat joint, man. Just give me just a great tasting.
Dry for you. It's too dry.
Mm.
See, what I'll do is I actually will take in like air while I'm taking a hit, like or like a dab or something. I'll take in a little bit of air out of the corner of my mouth outside of the piece, the rig or whatever. Like, I don't know. It helps me to take a bigger hit, I guess. So that extra air doesn't bother me, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
But
I got baby lungs, and I just
I wish I had
rips
baby lungs.
me up.
The pocketbook would be a little heavier, wouldn't it, if you had baby lungs? Although the growing, though, I mean, do you find growing to be cheaper or just a better way because you know everything that's going into your product?
It depends on how you're doing it. I mean,
yeah.
you can be very frugal and come up with some good, medicine, or you can spend a lot of money and come up with some really good medicine also. But it just depends on, and I tell a lot of people that come into the shop really just, I mean, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want to make it. You can do some, simple super soils and, light nutrients in there, or you can be a mad scientist and grab all the bottles you want and throw everything in there and sit there and watch it grow the whole time.
So it's kind of like
but that's money. That's
puzzle.
money.
Right. It's a never-ending puzzle. You add little pieces to it here and there when you can. When you get.
I think it's something that people should at least know how to do. If I mean, as we move forward in this scary times, we're losing a lot of the roots stuff that really,
knowledge,
the simple knowledge that makes us all tick. And I think
that's
having
what I'm
stuff
trying
like
to do
that.
here, because I'm trying to regain some of that for myself while trying to inspire others to do that. And not only that, but I have people like we got. I always use these guys because they're always here. We got Jimmy Mead, we got Joe Kelly, both more experienced growers than me. So what happens is the show not only attracts people who are grow curious, I like to say, who are trying to get into it themselves, or trying to, or the people that think they could never grow stuff. Because a lot of people, I just kill anything. Well, you got to try it differently or try something else. But I attract those types of people who maybe get inspired by it, but then also the people like Joe and Jimmy who know what they're talking about and have the experience. So then they come in and throw some knowledge in the chat for us, or they'll get back and forth on opinions in the chat on different methods and stuff. So it's really cool how I kind of sort of bring in together those who know and those who don't, and then having the discussion about it. I mean, that was mainly the biggest reason why I was doing this.
Yeah.
If somebody was to say, "Oh man, why did you do that? Was it for likes and clicks?" Like, I didn't think I would get. This is not the fastest way to get famous, is to push sustainability. Like, that's not, but it's something worth pushing. It's my
Yes,
my
indeed,
point, right?
indeed.
And music is such a connection with that, because we've had
It touches people, it heals people.
Yeah, it makes it changes your mind, it changes your mood, it changes your outlook, and yeah, healing for sure. But it's also been part of the human existence for as long as we've been
Communication.
around. Exactly.
Yep.
So that's why we add it to the show. Steve-O and I,
And that's
are
why we
the same.
diversify so much in that whole realm of stuff. You know, we have the pottery, we did,
Mhm.
you know, the mushrooms, you know, we have, you know,
It's
all the
all
things that
connected,
kind of
yeah.
connect together to, you know, that grassroots kind of, you know, vibration.
Making things with clay. I mean, that's one of the oldest skills there is. I mean, if you know how to do just some fun little artsy projects, then you could probably make your ass a spoon if you needed one, or you know, whatever it is in the future. Like
A bowl, that's how they carried fire.
bowl,
You
yeah.
know, I mean,
Mhm.
the embers and stuff, they would,
Yep.
you know, put them in the, and then it would make it hard. You know, that fire changes the, you know, chemical, you know, actual structure of it.
Mhm.
And
That's
so
how they
then,
figured
and then you
it
can
out.
use it, and then you can use it as a glass, you
Well,
know,
it's
drinking
different. Oh,
water.
okay. Okay. That's cool. I love that. Jimmy and I could get talking about that stuff forever. About where we came from and where we're going, and those are the things that I think about on like a macro scale. So I think pushing more people to do sustainable things, even on a small, like you were just saying, you may not be able to do any of the growing, but having some of the knowledge and at least thinking about where your food comes from, where your medicine comes from, being on the level of just sort of being aware of it. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
aware that there's
we get to a
chain.
point where we have to do that. You better know what's going on.
Sure, yeah, at least something like an inkling of what's going to happen. Otherwise, you're just panic. Like I was just saying the other day, they are talking about there's different angles of it, but they're talking about some sort of lockdown coming soon. And I'm trying to sort of forewarn people about it, as in not whether you should, not what you should do, but just to keep yourself aware that it might be coming, and then you're not so surprised about it. You know when it, you know maybe
Why
you
there's
have
all these zombie movies to let you guys give it's like a playbook for you.
Yeah, it's got to be so fast. Zombies walk real slow, but then suddenly like half the country's taken over. By it's like, holy shit, zombie movie. But I'm not a big fan. You know, I actually watch TV very little, but I like to watch TV when I'm eating dinner.
I guess I'm referring to like them having to sustain themselves.
Oh, right.
And in a
Stuff
non-working
where- Mhm.
society anymore, they have to, you know, rebuild in a you know primitive. You got to know what's going on.
Yeah, and I had Mike Hood brought up a good question when I was on Grow Fam the other day. Aquaponics and growing indoors may not necessarily be a thing that's sustainable in, say, a zombie apocalypse or something, without supply chains, without being able to get electricity, get replacement materials. I'd have to be outside, right? But there's ways to naturally get light indoors and stuff. Maybe not in this situation here, but I always think of ways of trying to make something as efficient as possible, using as little like byproduct, or using all the byproducts as I can, and all this, you know, all these sort of
Well,
pie in the sky ideas.
the sun's gonna be your best light source.
I like zombies, but I can't do vampires, even though I've heard I look like one. Joe, now that you say that, maybe. What do you think, Steve-O? Joe Kelly, maybe a little bit.
Kelly.
A little vampire-ish, Joe. I'm going to give you that.
A little vampires.
All right. Well, do you have any more questions for Wes, Steve-O? I want to.
Well, are you still doing any like tour dates this summer, or are you finishing up?
I'll pull
Yeah,
up their
we,
Facebook.
Let's see here. Yeah, we got a few things going on till the end of the year, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a hiatus. And let me see if I can.
Would it be on the Facebook right here?
We're not real good about that. We do make announcements, and it's something that you got to kind of have to. But I'll run through the 10th, September 10th. We're at Blue Ridge Farms. On the 14th, we're at Morton Pumpkin Festival. At the 16th, we're at Mackinac Valley Winery. And the 30th of September, which is going to be a really cool gig. The Madison Theater here in Peoria, Illinois, is an old theater that used to have a lot of music and has a lot of history, and they're trying to reopen it. And we're doing a party. We're doing a party, the Madison Theater, on the 30th, which is going to be a really good,
30th of September.
30th. Yeah, we have a pretty busy September. Like I said, Blue Ridge Farms the 10th, Morton Pumpkin Festival the 14th, Mackinac Winery the 16th, and Save the Madison on the 30th.
Save the Madison. I'm gonna try to get to that.
And then we have Kenny's. We do a Thanksgiving the night before Thanksgiving at Kenny's West Side Pub downtown. That'll be November 22nd, and then December 8th we're at the Contemporary Art Center, which is really a cool gig. You get to bring your drinks, your food. You sit at the table. You did a little kind of a cool picnic, and then we provide the entertainment, and it's a pretty cool thing. And that'll be our last gig of the year for probably about 4 months.
Contemporary Art Center. Indoors.
It is. It's on the second floor, or right above the Rhythm Kitchen, down on Water Street. But the Save the Madison gig is there's going to be the Brazilianaires and Sun Stereo. Which if you haven't seen Sun Stereo, it's like a circus of entertainment.
Ted, you're in Illinois, bro. You should come up and see a show with us. It's a little bit further away, but Steve, what do you think? September the 30th, Save the Madison.
Yeah, we'll just we'll get the hot tub suite.
Play it by ear.
Yeah.
Another hot tub suite, huh?
Now you get it.
We're thinking of maybe doing an event sometime soon. Getting the vendors, getting I know somebody that does events and getting the vendors, the music, the cannabis, all that. But we have a friend who does midget wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of adding that and making that the main part of the event. And he's down for it. He was just in Illinois, so we're gonna have to. I'm trying to speak into existence, Steve-O. I want to talk about it so much that I make it happen, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to bother you for. Like, you could tell us about your childhood, maybe, or.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Everybody that's still hanging out, 14 awesome people still here. If you haven't yet, hit those reactions.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for letting me share this awesome moment with you, the 100th episode.
Milestone, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
appreciate you coming over. I mean, I think if I
It
can.
was nice to finally talk and meet you, Steve.
Yeah, you as well. It's a pleasure, man. I've heard so many good things about you, and they talk about you like you're a legend, bro. So you get a lot of respect in the community. It's just been my pleasure to meet you. This is something that I remember, man. The 100th episode with Wes Duffy, everybody, from True Healthcare Wellness.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I can talk.
Oh yeah, thank you, Steve-O. Let's put everybody go check out Still Shine for sure. It's going to be awesome. That's a lot of dates. You're going to see me at a bunch of them. So if you guys want to coordinate together and find a good one to go to, we'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks again. You guys are going to see True Healthcare on game night too. I still got a couple more items to give away from there, so it's been fun. Thanks, Steve-O. Put us to bed, my friend.
All right, everybody, have a good night, and thanks to our guests and everybody for coming tonight. And don't forget, smoke weed every day.
Good night, everybody.